80 kilograms, brought to you by our sponsors, Doors Direct. He's one of your first fighter in the cage. Fighting in the blue corner, representing Barbarians MMA, Ben the Butcher Johnston! Please welcome his opponent, fighting out of the ring corner, representing Fight Academy Ireland, Troy Gibson!
Main event time, ladies and gentlemen. A professional catchweight fight taking place. The professional debut of Ben Johnston, the Butcher. He's in the blue corner, 26 years old. Coming in off the back of a strong amateur career. Former cage conflict champion, and he's facing Troy Big Hot Tub Gibson of Fight Academy Ireland. Already 1-1 as a pro. He had an exceptional amateur career, 9-2 amateur record. Won titles at Cage Legacy, Clan Wars. Difficult start to the pro career, Dave, didn't he? He had that victory over Vadim Kolesnikov, which is effectively a disqualification for Kolesnikov because he, the illegal knees to the head, he actually knocked Troy out from bottom side control, which was farcical.
Only about 12 of them he hit him with.
It was wild, yeah. And then, of course, just a stunning loss in his second pro fight. So
where Eamon Dean came in for his first MMA fight, where Steve had pulled out the day before, and Troy was never turning it down. But
it was a bit of a crazy turn of events. But Benny the Butcher trying to pour it on early. The one and only pro bout on the card tonight. Wow. Butcher with the big takedown. Kimura grip there for Troy Gibson on the right arm of the Butcher, but he's lost it. And being the shorter fighter, he's using it well to kind of win the underhook battle, get his head position, but Gibson does well to reverse him.
It's good to see Troy back. It's been a while since he's fought, but since then he's got his own gym, had a child. Sometimes life gets...
That's it. Done well now after getting that big takedown against him. He's gotten back to his feet, got back to a dominant position, doing some damage. Oh, I like that little leg drag trip.
And I've watched Troy a couple of times, and this is where he's really good. He's up against the cage, especially against Magazorubov when he fought him at Cage Legacy.
That was a good performance, yeah. And an exceptional amateur career, like I mentioned, 9-2 was his record. I remember a brilliant fight with Jordan O'Neill at Cage Legacy down in Dublin.
He woke up that day and chose violence because he was welterweight and Jordan was light heavyweight, and apparently there was the names of people who wanted to get matched in the gym, and Jordan O'Neill's name was there, and Troy said we need to get rid of that and called him out.
Wow.
Probably one of the best amateur fights I've seen, between the actual fight, the atmosphere, everything all around that show.
That was a great show, yeah. It was one of the first ones I ever commentated on. I really enjoyed. Sean O'Bannon, I think, was the main event in that one.
And our pro debut.
Pro debut, I think, against Kerry Isom, yeah. Some brilliant fights that night. Real grinding work here against the fence by Troy Gibson.
One of my favourite photos from Irish MMA is that Ron, who does MMA in depth. He took the picture of the two of them, and Derek Hickey in the middle in black and white, and it's just brilliant. But
there's been some wild nights in this sport and the domestic scene over the last few years. We've had some cracking fights over the course of this weekend, over a couple of different events. Shoulder bumps there, beautiful strikes by Gibson, getting creative.
Good knee.
That is real close-up work. Dig into the body with the knee, dig into the chin with the uppercut. The Butcher fires one back. Brought the legs a bit too close together there, almost allowed Troy to get hand connection. The head position of Troy Gibson proving problematic for Ben Johnston at the moment. Good wrist control. That's allowed him to get connection of the hands here around the back. You see the way when Ben throws that knee up. Gibson took advantage to try and connect his hands. Trying to catch a single as he throws it. He's trying to get a read on the knee. Little micro battles that go on inside the clinch. It's so draining. He's going for that hip throw, that ragdoll. Just drags him along the fence rather than to the floor.
Getting some shots off here. He got some knees in. Oh,
big shots, Gibson again. Again pressing the action. Johnston with big knees to the body off the fence. Those are having an effect too.
Ben's someone who I really took to in the amateur career. He ended it very, very well. He had a fantastic performance against Garrett McCormick.
Oh yeah.
For light heavyweight. I believe he stood in for Brian Manning.
That was an exceptional fight. Yeah, I was there for that one, a cage conflict. Big knees to the body. Gibson using the longer limbs just to get the leverage on those shots. It's been impressive work against the fence. A real clinic in this opening round. There's another one to the body.
Elbow from Johnston.
Johnson
Did that knee land?
He was just throwing it as the horn went. So I think once you've thrown it, it doesn't matter if it lands after.
It's like throwing a basket in basketball. Yeah. Once it's in motion, it can't be stopped.
Exactly.
And I haven't been paid to say that one. So let's see how this one works out. This round, when it comes in, what way is Ben going to approach it?
Big right hand Ben Johnston uses to enter. Another millimetre forward, and that could have caused real problems for Gibson. The outside trip he goes for. And there's a short elbow on the inside. Great reaction work by Ben Johnston. Used the frame excellently just to post and pop an elbow.
Oh, that knee was dangerously close to the head.
It was just slightly offline, wasn't it? It was just another inch to the right and it would have been right on the chin. We're back to this position. We saw a lot of this in round one where Gibson just using that longer range with his legs to step off to get the range to throw knees. Johnston's reversed him this time though. They're coming in at the side of the head. They're legal shots. The elbow's just become much more of a dangerous weapon at the pro level, and I like the way he's turning it in at an angle so he's not landing straight in the back of the head, he's landing just off the side of the temple.
He's got a lot of very good damage between the knees and the elbows up against the cage here. He's done very good work when he's in the offensive and defensive positions. Yeah, off the front and off the back here with the back against the fence. He's still the one dropping in. They are very, very effective. Splitting his base very, very well. That's unorthodox. I've not seen that before, but it looks like it's effective,
like
right
an
on the ankle.
kick. It's right in front of us, so we can hear it and feel it, almost feel it. Those elbows are good in my eyes. I've got a perfect view of them right here, ladies and gentlemen. They're coming in and landing on the right zone for me. Good work by Gibson now to reverse the position. Ben Johnston trying to frame off here and find some little space to get some work in on his own. But this has been a real clinic against the fence. An excellent display by Troy Gibson, I'd have to say, so far.
He's fighting like we remember from the end of his amateur days. It's that dominance, that kind of performance.
Yeah, I'm so impressed, I have to say. And looks physically strong here in this matchup.
Oh,
big
nice
knee, Ben Johnston. The gum shield goes flying to the floor. Gibson just took that one like a champ. Didn't flinch. Aaron Wallace waiting for that opportunity to pop the gum shield back in.
Oh.
Spinning elbow attempt.
He done that seamlessly again.
Aaron Wallace just on it tonight. Wrist control battle there, little whizzer kick.
Oh,
a little rollover, looking for the Kimura grip possibly, but hasn't got the second arm fed through. There's a possibility of an armbar here if he can bring his left leg over and under the belly of Johnston. But Johnston doing well just to stack into him and stay heavy and keep his arms safe for now. Does have the Kimura grip now. He's got two options here, so he can go for this Kimura, or he can bring his left leg over the top and stuff it under the belly and try and extend the arm lock. And he's going for the arm lock, but it slips. Good creative work. Johnston punishing blows.
These are heavy shots.
Whoa, that's the gamble when you take those risks on a submission. And now Johnston gets his window to bring the fight.
Troy done very well to get back up there, because there's only so long you can withstand those shots from Johnston.
You take 2 or 3 shots there, then you get stuck there and you've got to eat shots for the next 60 seconds. So he didn't allow that to happen. Great reactive work. What a grueling encounter this is. And we've been lucky in that most of it has played out right in front of us here, Dave, on the commentary desk. So
I've never seen those kicks to the ankle before, have you?
No, that was nice, because you usually see the foot stomps, but not those little instep kind of side kicks.
Straight into the ankle. I wonder what kind of... I'll ask Troy how his ankle is.
They were cracking. Big takedown, Johnston. He's getting his own opportunity now to assert himself from this round. Laces the back. Gibson back up again. He's so good at just recovering position.
Just when Johnston looks like he's getting it into where he wants it to be, immediately he's reversed. And all the work leading up to that must be frustrating.
That's it. Like, it's demoralising, isn't it? Gibson just recovering position. Both fighters having their moments. I think Gibson has nicked both rounds of the scorecards, but a brilliantly competitive fight, and I'm loving the work rate from both men. They look like they could do this for 5 full rounds, never mind 3, but we'll see how the next one plays out should we get a full round. I tell you, the lads are dishing out good performances to help me keep my enthusiasm levels up. I was worried I'd be just lost by the time the main card arrived this evening. I'd be just flattened out, but the fights have been so good.
Both guys look fresh as well. They don't look...
Lovely shots by Troy. Oh, uppercut Johnston! They want him off the cage. The corner calling for immediately to get out of there.
He's got heavy hands, does Ben. And
he's on the back now, Troy Gibson. And again, now we've seen Troy Gibson recover from these bad spots. Can he keep doing it is the question. Johnston now doing the pressing against the fence, and we've not seen a lot of this in the fight so far.
They'll be a lot happier with the start to this round than the previous 2.
Yeah. Johnston now on the back against the fence again.
Troy's so good up against. He's just whatever happens, it just seems to be him. He just reverses it, gets back in a good position.
Yeah, he's good at making little decisions and the little adjustments in transition. And then once he gets a good controlling position, he knows which weapons work best. Big knees to the body. Got the hands connected now. He's got a grip of his own wrist, Troy, and he's trying to lace his left leg through and around the back of the right leg of Johnston. He's trying to disrupt the base. Johnston staying solid, may have given up the back. Gibson's off to the side, but he is trying to get to the back. An exceptional battle here. Johnston does well to get his head up and slams down to the floor. He's got Gibson. The side he has the arm on is good for him here. Gibson wants it around the other side of the neck. He gets there now. Crowd of the best supporters of Ben Johnston getting very vocal here, willing him to escape. They're calling for the 2-on-1 grip.
He did it.
What did he happen for?
I think he hit him. I think he swung down, hit him in the the nether regions with
Ah,
his heel
with
as
the
he was
hook.
kicking. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Shot below the belt. Good spot by referee Aaron Wallace. I was right beside it and I didn't even spot it. And you know what? He'll get the position. He may get the position back, or because it's a foul, he may take the position off him. But either way, this allows Ben Johnston to recover, regather.
See, and sometimes I don't like fighters go back too early. Sometimes I think in this stage, I think especially with the crowd and stuff when they start getting on you, but you need to recover.
That's interesting. Aaron Wallace, a really good decision. He took the back control position off and instead didn't take a point. But I like seeing fouls penalised.
Oh, he's hitting with some.
They are swinging here in the third. We rarely see fouls penalised in MMA, but he penalised it there without having to take a point. That was really good officiating. And this is what Gibson would have wanted, just get the fight back here. He's looked so good in this particular position. The crowds, the support of each fighter, the singing is going back and forth. There's a bit of a battle. It's like a football stadium. Gibson looking for those little short elbows again. Shots. Ben Johnston with the huge hoist, but doesn't get the takedown. He really expended a good bit of energy in that attempt as well.
Troy's got fantastic balance. He just
short elbow on the inside there, Johnston. The height and the range and the athleticism of Gibson has maybe helped him out at times in this. Used it very well to his advantage, little things like that. Big spinning back shot by Johnston, narrowly misses. He's shown a willingness to just gamble on things in this fight as well, which I love to see.
It's like you said, if you're in positions like this, you have to take those risks. You have to try and open up an opportunity. Like you catch Troy with that and you stun him, it completely changes the direction of the fight.
Johnston's a fighter, like he will just keep going till that final bell, even when he's swimming against the tide like he is in this fight. He's had his moments, but he has not stopped trying to win this fight. There it is again, little elbows, little short ones, and you're allowed the 12 to 6s these days, and that just changes the ground and pound game for everybody.
Unfortunately for John Jones, it's too little too late.
Yeah, 10 seconds to go, but I've been blown away by the performance of both fighters in this main event.
They've looked fantastic.
Gibson trying for an armbar finish, but it's all over. But my God, what a 3 rounds we just witnessed. An absolute war. And the two fighters just lying there crumpled on top of each other. Shattered.
I loved it. To show respect.
Yes,
and
well deserved.
This is what it's all about. This is what MMA is all about.
It was a war, an absolute war over the 3 rounds. Really impressive work. Let's go see what the judges' scorecards look like.
The professional